Head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
I just read an article about 18 teams that didn't make the playoffs. We're the last one that they predict that has a chance to turn it around. So that tells me there's no chance. I think we would have had a better chance had we got rid of our two-time coach of the year and our GM and put real people in there, because they've already ruined the team to this point. So I don't know where anybody's getting the sense that with these two we can turn this thing around.
Well, this guy played in the NFL, unlike you, and we know you don't like Stefanski and Barry. We get it. Chris Canty played in the NFL, and he has the Browns as the fifth most likely team that didn't make the playoffs to rebound and make the playoffs. So there are a number of lists out there, and we'll see who's right and who's wrong. But Scott, again, I don't think the roster is quite as bad as everybody is playing it out to. 3 wins makes you wonder, but the quarterback play was historically bad.
Yeah, I'll say this. I can vouch that Andrew Barry and Kevin Stefanski are real people. I have seen them up close. And, I think people forget they went to the playoffs 2 of their first 4 years. That doesn't forgive or excuse 3-14. I get it. And they need to do much better. There's no doubt about it. And if they don't next year, you'll probably be looking at a new regime. Now, the roster isn't as good as I thought it was heading into the season. I think we learned that. Andrew Barry admitted that he learned that, and he made some bad decisions in the construction of the roster. So they have work to do. But I agree, David. I don't think it's as bad. You mentioned earlier the cornerstones of Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward. We don't know about JOK's health, but if he plays, if he's healthy, he's certainly a cornerstone. On the offensive side of the ball, I think you still have some guys up front. Jerry Jeudy showed he can play in this league at a high level. David Njoku, when he's healthy, is a top 7 tight end in this league, or wherever you want to rank him. So there are certainly pieces there. Now there need to be more pieces, and that's what they have to spend the next 3 months doing, is finding those guys. And at some premier spots, starting with quarterback. But if you get quarterback figured out and you fix this offense, which are part and parcel, then everything looks better. The defense looks better. I think the special teams looks better. The roster looks better. But when you're turning it over and have such bad quarterback play, it all looks like garbage.
Right, I agree. And again, when you're 3-14, those are the type of comments that you're going to get. I get it. I can't defend it, but I think to say that they're have the least likely chance of being a playoff team, I don't think that's fair either. So I will point out, I agree, they're closer to Chris Canty's 5th than the Athletics' 18th. And again, the Athletic detailed they're cash strapped, they're this, they're that. They're going to have money to spend in free agency to improve the roster. They will. They'll restructure. They will play with the numbers to the point to be able to go get people to sign in free agency.
Yeah, there's no doubt. The only question to me about that, and I trust Andrew Barry when he says, or I believe him when he says they're going to have money, and I know that they can fiddle with it and they roll over a bunch of cap. The question is, will they be able to make a significant financial commitment to a quarterback? And I don't know if they can do that when you have $73 million of cap space committed to Deshaun Watson. Yes, I think you can build up the rest of the roster, but they might have to go cheap at quarterback, which lends you to a rookie, maybe a rookie combo, Kirk Cousins or Russell Wilson. Somebody that's going to be cheap. I think that's where the restriction might be. But yeah, I'm with you. I rank them closer to 5 than 18. Though, one of the reasons they might not be top 5, if you're playing devil's advocate, would be the division. Yeah. It's a really hard division. You look at a team like the Falcons, they're playing the NFC South. You win 9 games, you might win the division. That's not happening in the AFC North.
No, and even though they get a 4th place schedule, it's a pretty tough 4th place schedule relative to what they have coming up.